What's up, guys? On Saturday, I saw the new horror movie Longlegs. I know the sun's out. It might be a little hard for you to see me in perfect light, but we'll just go with this. This movie had like 100%, I think it had a 100% critic score, but it only had like 9 reviews, and now it's down to an 87 and has a 63% audience score. So 87% critic score, 63% audience score, got a C+ cinema score. Horror movies usually get a B, and this one got a C. Well, actually, horror movies, some of them get a B, but usually they're lower. You know, it's a horror movie. Well, if you ask people from a certain perspective, they'll call it a horror movie. Like, this is a horror movie, but it's not scary. And it's not scary to me, but it might be scary to you. But I feel like for most people, it's not going to be that scary. Now, if there was some real shit happening and real shit going on, it would be very scary. It'd be very anxiety inducing, you know? So I can see how some people can say, oh, this is the scariest movie in a decade, blah, 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 blah. You know, I can see how people can say that because it might be very scary to you. But I think for most people, this isn't going to be something that's going to give you jump scares. I feel like most people are going to look at this as like a murder mystery detective trying to catch a serial killer that has like a supernatural demonic twist on it, you know? Like, I feel like that's the best way to describe it. And I feel like the main actress in this, I can't say her name. I know I can't really say her name, but she was in another movie I saw a couple years ago called The Watchers. It's been 2-3 years since this movie come out. And that was another movie that a lot of people didn't, like, the audience didn't vibe with. And I was one of those people that didn't vibe with that movie until they got to the ending, and I could see how everything came together. And I was like, man, this movie was really good. I really still need to rewatch. That's called The Watchers. If you look up her profile, you'll find that movie. But that's another good movie she was just in. And yeah, she's really good in this movie. And the dude who played the detective, I think his name's Blair Davenport. I think that's his name, or Blair Underwood, something like that. I know his first name is Blair. He's really good in this as her like chief, or her higher up. He's really good in that role. And then you have Nicolas Cage as Longlegs, and he's really good as Longlegs. He looks so fucking creepy. He just looks like, everyone loves Nick Cage, but it's like everyone loves Nicolas Cage, but it's nice to see him being like some consistently good fucking projects. Like the Spider-Man movies, the animated Spider-Man movies. He's gonna get to do Spider-Man Noir. He's gonna get to be Spider-Man Noir. Now this, like, he's got some good fucking projects coming up, and I'm happy for him. But overall, like I said, like, this movie, I more look at it as like two detectives chasing a serial killer that has a demonic twist on it. I think the way it all came together to end, like, I don't think this is the best horror. This might be the best horror movie of the year, because I don't think there's been a lot of consistently good horror movies. I'll probably have to go back and check, but I don't know if this is the best horror movie of the year. But this is a good movie. It's a good movie. I would rewatch it, even though I know how it ends now. I would still rewatch it. But when it all comes together and I have to look at it from start to finish, do I think this is like something that's like super fantastic, that deserves all this praise? It deserves praise, but this is gonna be like something I think is gonna get nominated for Best Picture. It might, because this is kind of a weak year. Do I think this is something that's gonna win Best Picture? I don't know. But like, this movie has a lot going for it. Like I said, the main actress, she's really great in her role as Lee Harker. I think the way she played it, I might be wrong, but she was really playing it like this character was very clearly autistic. And what I think when I realized that she probably was autistic was when this was like in the middle of the movie, where the main detective, the main like black, the chief, and the other Asian detective were talking to her, and like she started talking back to him, and she never looks up at him. And she looks at him one time and immediately looks back down. That's when it started to click for me. Okay, she's autistic. And that's probably why she was so good at noticing all the patterns that Longlegs was making with his letters. But like, the stuff like that was good. But when it started getting more into her backstory with her mother, and I could start to see where they were clearly going with some of these things. Like when the main detective had her come into his house and meet his family, I immediately went, okay, so they're fucking dying. And then they kept mentioning the little girl's birthday. Okay, so they're fucking dying at that birthday party. I just didn't think that like her birthday party was gonna be on the 14th, just like everyone else's. You know, I didn't think it was gonna be that. Like, how the fuck did everyone miss that? Like, and I was kind of getting a little pissed off. Like, they kept mentioning the date, the 14th, the 14th, the 14th. They're not like, so we're not like, they never really said how big the town they were in. I don't even remember if they said what fucking place they were at. I'm gonna be completely honest. They might have mentioned it once and I forgot. But I kept waiting for them to go, okay, let's find out let's find out everyone whose birthday's on the 14th. Every little girl whose birthday's, or little boy whose birthday's on the 14th, and then start watching them. They never did that. And I was just waiting for them to do that, and they never did. And to find out that the detective's little girl's birthday was on the 14th, is like there had to be some demonic fuckery going on, not just with those two, but like for everyone to not see that. I can understand if those two didn't see that because there was some demonic fuckery going on. Like the detective's forgetful, they kind of foreshadowed that in the beginning, and Harker had been controlled pretty much her entire life. And she was being fucked with by Longlegs. I can kind of see that. But for everybody to not see it, I don't know. I just don't know. But once they started unraveling more of her backstory, we get to meet her mother. And you could just... that twist got me. That it was her mother doing it. That she was the one that was helping Longlegs. That did get me. That did get me. I didn't see that coming. And I probably should have seen that coming, but I didn't. But overall, like I said, once you all put it together, there are some things I really like about this movie. The cinematography, I can't really say that word, but cinematography, I really liked it. I liked it about this movie. Some of these shots were so fucking good. They were just so good. But like, overall, it's a good movie, but it's not like something that's gonna... I don't think it's something that just blew me away. Overall, we give it a 7 out of 10. I definitely recommend it. Like, I think it's worth, like, you need to go out and see this in the movie theater. Don't wait on streaming. Go out and see it in the movie theater. You know? So yeah, Longlegs, I give it a 7 out of 10. Peace.